Hello, welcome back. Squid Game. You like Squid Game. Season 2 of Squid Game came out, you lick the Dalgona, you lick the cookie, and then you die. People die. It's funny. Roblox Squid Game meme.
I play these games,
But what if you wanted to make a song like Squid Game so that you could really feel like you're in Squid Game? Here's how to make a song like Squid Game. So first of all, you're gonna get the melody, which is a recorder. So if you do have a recorder synth, that would probably be the best. But for me, I just layered two different synths, and one is a flute staccato from the Flex preset, and I kind of made my own melody because obviously you can't just use Squid Game. So it's gonna be in major. If you make it in minor, then it's gonna sound sad, and sad is not good. A major is happy, happy good, childhood, happy good childhood, minor bad, man is sad. Yeah. Major good childhood, and it sounds like childhood because it's happy, and it's happy-go-lucky. With a flute staccato, it sounds really nice, and so this is my melody. It's so happy, yeah. The last note is the first note again, so it kind of loops. And for a layer, I also added a pan flute in the Labs preset that it is unfortunately not free, but if you do have a pan flute, if you want to layer a flute and a pan flute together, or a pan pipe, that's what it's called on here, short pan pipes, rare flutes on the Labs Plus preset, and it kind of sounds like this. I used that one because it sounds like a childlike song. It's just very echoey and reverby, and it sounds slightly off tune, which I think that actually adds to it a bit. It sounds really nice. I think that's a good main tone of the melody. I think that's really nice. And so I also added this marching beat that I used with bongos on the left side of the ear and castanets on the right side of the ear, because that's what the main theme actually uses as percussion. And it also goes on beat with the melody. So it kind of adds like a marching type vibe, and it sounds like this. Yeah, for the first section, that's all there is. It's just the main melody and the percussion, and it sounds like this. And for the second part, one thing that I added was one of the main instruments in the main theme of Squid Game, which is the tuba with the bass. And for a tuba I used was another Labs preset called BBC So Trombones and Tuba short staccatissimo. And it actually is pretty accurate. It's almost par for par with the actual tuba sound. And it sounds like this. I think it sounds pretty good with the main theme as well. Yeah, it sounds very much like some type of Cocomelon song, really. But one of the other sections in Squid Game is the part where it kind of gets into more of like a parade instead of just like a nice happy-go-lucky vibe. And so I wanted to do something like that on the second part. And so along with this, I added a few other synths. But first of all, there's a few changes that I made for the main melody because I wanted to make it kind of epic and also, I guess, worrisome in a way. And so I made it minor and I added a few different changes. So this is how it sounds. And then there's a second part, but I also changed the bass notes of the tuba, and the drum percussion is exactly the same. Yeah, so sounds pretty cool, but to add to it, to make it a bit more lively and upbeat, I added guitar chords from the Dynamic Guitars, which is free. You can download the plugin. It sounded pretty lively, and so I used an acoustic guitar preset, and it sounds like this. It's very robotic, honestly. It doesn't sound that bad when put together with the entire song. I also added more percussion, so the bongos also are layered to be a sort of like kick in a way. And then I also added some claps because in the main theme it also has some claps, and so it kind of goes with the song as well. So it sounds like this. Oh yeah, and the bongos kind of like go up or down based on the melody so that it doesn't collide with the bass. And finally, we layered the main melody with another guitar, and this guitar I believe is the nylon preset in the DSK dynamic guitars, and it sounds like this. Yeah, and so together it sounds pretty cool. And for the outro, it is the same part of the beginning, just slower, and so it kind of settles down at the end, and then it ends abruptly, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, and that's a Squid Game melody. So if you do like how it sounds and you want to recreate it in that way, go ahead and follow the rules that I gave you, and then you could make a Squid Game song like me! But here's the full version without me talking, so if you don't like to hear me rambling, here you go. This is Squid Game. I love Squid Game.